to another episode of Hey, I've Seen That. I'm your host, Carissa K, and today I will review the following films.
I am Sub-Zero. Get over here!
Do you know why you're here?
Here because I broke chain of command.
Harp, he's not like us.
You're up.
You're commanding officer, and I'm gonna give you 60 seconds to deal with it.
Yes, sir.
Senior Chief Kelly, it appears you have a common enemy with the United States.
They took everything from me. My family. I got nothing left.
Their plan is a series of strategic attacks.
So today's films are Mortal Kombat, Outside the Wire, and Tom Clancy's Without Remorse. So let's get into these films. They were all great. Okay, so we're gonna start with Mortal Kombat. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Finish him. Yeah, so like anybody that loved Mortal Kombat back in the day for nostalgia, they brought back everybody. You got Sonya Blade, you got Kino, you got Scorpio, you got Sub-Zero. Yeah, so if you definitely watched Mortal Kombat back in the day or played the Mortal Kombat game, this was definitely something that was anticipated. So let's get into this story. All right, so Mortal Kombat. Again, nostalgic. So you have the outer world versus the earth realm. And one of the lead assassins in the outer world assassinated one of the allies of the earth realm in hopes of ending his bloodline. So fast forward, present day, the bloodline wasn't ended, okay? So you have this wash-up mixed martial artist that's fighting and losing, and then he finds out that he has this special mark, which is also an indicator of his bloodline. And so he is just on a search of trying to figure out, why am I being attacked? Why are people trying to kill me, right? And he's on a search to find out who he is, and in addition to that, to save the earth. So that's pretty much the story in a nutshell. Let's get into like the fighting, which is like something that I love a lot. I love martial arts. So the fight scenes I found to be a little slow, and they weren't as fast as I would have anticipated, and the skills just weren't much to blink at. And when I say that for the main core cast members. So once you get past that though, it's just nostalgia is what really carries this film for me. And what capped my interest, is just, just nostalgic and just wanting to know, okay, so what's gonna happen next? There were moments of, did you really need to keep this piece or this part? And then there's moments of, wow, we could have really had more, Overall though, the film was great. It was good, easy to watch, and definitely entertaining. Let's get into some of the cast members. let's talk about some of the cast members. My favorite, whose fight scenes were on point, is Hiroyuki Sanada. His fight scenes were on point. He's legend anyways. He's a wonderful fighter. He has that finesse. He has that power in his kicks, just perfect form, all of that. So it's always a joy watching him do martial arts on film. He did, his role was Scorpio. And we had Louis Tan. He played the washed up MMA fighter. Cole Young was his name in the film. We had Jessica McNamee with, she was Sonya Blade. And we had Josh Lawson. He played Kano. It was a colorful cast, which is always a great thing when you're able to be on a production and it's very diverse. Again, there were, you know, moments with some of the fight scenes just could have been better, faster, as well as there just being certain scenes that we could have had more of, and then there were those scenes that we just didn't really need, right? Overall, for sake of nostalgic, and I'm saying that for sake of nostalgia, rather, I am going to give Mortal Kombat 3 peaches. So yeah, Mortal Kombat 3 peaches. If you've seen it already, leave some comments. Let me know what you think about or thought about it. If you haven't, check it out. Check it out, circle back, talk to me. Let's go on to the next film. Outside the Wire is the next film. And this is a movie about a hotshot drone pilot, you know, quick-tempered, and he gets reprimanded for an incident that happened that led to some unnecessary deaths, and he gets sent to a special unit, and in this unit he gets paired with a top secret android, and he has to make decisions, you know, and his decision that he has to make is dealing with trust. You know, can I trust, number one, what I'm seeing? Number two, can I trust this android? What is he really up to? Is he trying to save the world, or is he on a mission of sabotage? And this particular pilot has to make some tough decisions. So that's pretty much what the film is. You're gonna get fast cars, you're gonna get lots of shooting, some suspense, you know, action. But again, it's a movie about trust. Who do you believe, right? Let's talk about the cast members. The cast members in this film consist of Anthony Mackie, Damson, Idris, and Enzo, Cilenti. And I'm going to rate Outside the Wire with 4 peaches. Outside the Wire, 4 peaches. Check it out. Let's get to the next film. Tom Clancy's Without Remorse is about some Navy SEAL officers that go on a mission to save a fellow officer. Little do they know that certain details weren't being disclosed, and they find out that Russians are involved. And so as a result of this mishap or hiccup or wrongdoing, certain individuals get murdered. And one of those individuals that was murdered is the wife of our lead character. He goes on an mission to find out who is behind the murders of his fellow team members as well as his wife. And the film was great. You know, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the actors that was in the film. The tone of the film was really great. And the cinematography too. I like that. So overall, I really enjoyed this film. Let's talk about the cast members. So the cast members in this film were Michael B. Jordan, Lauren London, Jamie Bell, Jodie Turner-Smith, and many more. I am going to rate this film with 5 stars. Yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I hope you take the time to check it out. So let's move on to my next segment. All right, so now it's time for my favorite segment, and you know what it is. Fucked up in the game. Yes, so let's kick this off with talking about what was fucked up in the game in Mortal Kombat. I mean, starters, like I said in the beginning, the fucked up in the game is the fight scenes. I just wanted more. I expected more. They were just really slow. But in addition to that, what was fucked up in the game is getting the ice slapped out of you by Sub-Zero. Yes, getting the ice slapped out of you by Sub-Zero was definitely fucked up in the game, okay? A second fucked up in the game moment in this film is being betrayed by someone that you know dang on well you shouldn't have trusted in the first place. So you know you mad at yourself because you knew you shouldn't have trusted this person. This person did exactly what's expected of him, and yet you're at the short end of the stick, right? So that is definitely a fucked up in the game moment in this film. And last but not least is just having your family murdered. Yeah, and there was nothing you could do about it because you weren't there, you know? So that is definitely a fucked up in the game moment with Mortal Kombat. Let's move on to the next film. All right, so fucked up in the game moments and Outside the Wire. Number one is, you know, making a major mistake at work and then being penalized for it is always fucked up. Nobody likes to do anything wrong at work and then have to be punished for it, right? But in addition to that, you get sent to a whole new unit, like you get put smack dead on the ground with the war, but with an android. That's fucked up. That's real fucked up, all right? And another moment, a fucked up moment is just to be in the middle of a fight and backup is just far away and you still have to figure out how you're gonna battle, right? So that was another situation that was just fucked up in this film. Let's go to the next film. So in Tom Clancy's Without Remorse, fucked up in the game moment, there we're just going to start out with finding out that your job, your assignment, your mission is a joke. Yeah, finding that out. I don't know if you ever had a job and you were initially just gung-ho about it, like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. I had a job like that. Yeah, I was doing workers' compensation for the the city. And when I finally realized what I was being paid to do, that was to decline our police officers and firemen and teachers of their working rights of workers' compensation by finding fallacies within their claims, I realized that job was a effing joke. Like, these people are out there in the field working hard. So what if he fell down and he initially injured his foot and now he's saying his back hurt? What's wrong with that? Let him get his check. Well, anyways, the lead character discovers that his job is just a joke. The mission was some BS, and the consequence of that was also fucked up. His wife gets murdered. All because of a conspiracy that just got blown out of proportion, right? So yeah, that was definitely fucked up. And kudos to Lauren London for playing that role. And Michael B. Jordan did an interview and disclosed how she was able to be transparent with him and with her personal feelings of losing a mate and dealing with that pain, you know, to help him dig deep and tap into some real emotion for this particular role. And he did a great job. He really did. He delivered. All right. Well, I tell you, that was another show. I hope you enjoyed the 3 films that I discussed today. I hope you take the time out to watch them if you hadn't seen them already. And chime in again if you have some other opinions on the films other than what I expressed, okay? So, I hate to do it and say goodbye, but thank you for supporting me and tuning in to another show. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I need subscribers. Subscribe. And tune in to my next show. Remember, life is stressful, so just sit back and relax and watch TV with me. I'm Carissa K, and this is Hey, I Seen That. Have a good night.